Hey, what's up guys? Cain here with XBLA fans. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Hand of the Gods Smite Tactics. I've really been enjoying this game. It is a card-based tactics game that has a lot of similarities to games like Hearthstone and almost like Final Fantasy Tactics in a sense. It's pretty neat. Like you can see, there's a couple different gods you can use. You have a lot of different abilities to kind of tailor these decks to your own playstyle. Each one has their own kind of unique mechanics. As you can tell, I haven't really played Zeus, I haven't really played much Ra, but obviously I've played against them a lot. Ra in particular is actually the deck I have the most problems with my Odin deck, and that's the one that I would say is my favorite currently. I'm missing a few cards that I want for New Wa, and missing a few cards for my Aposh and my Ra decks to really take off, but right now I've had a lot of luck with Ganesha, Odin, and New Wa. I played a lot of Bellona, but I wasn't really a fan of her. That's just kind of out of pure bad RNG luck with the quests. So, like, here's my own deck, just to show you. It's not actually that, like, souped up. That's something you'll notice right away. So, like, I'm running 2 Mayhem, 2 Warrior Sigil, 2 Hunter Sigils, 2 Imperial Soldiers, 2 Chaos Spawn. I have 1 Carrier Behemoth. And, yeah, it's got some decent stuff in here. Nothing that's going to blow your mind, though. That's probably something you'll notice right away, is that there's nothing too crazy. The reason I like this deck in particular, though, is it's pretty fast. And I like fast. Especially when you're just trying to climb early levels on a ladder, and you're not really dealing with normally the best decks. So, like, as I get higher, I'm sure I'll probably start to run into some stuff where I'm like, dang, he's got some good cards, and it'll be a little annoying, but right now, this thing can pump out some units pretty quick and do some quick damage. Now, hopefully I do a decent job with this, because I'm going to kind of try to give you guys a little bit of an overview of how this game works, while also just kind of showing you my thought process with this deck. I'd love to hear what you guys are using and what you liked and what you've hated playing against so far. That's definitely something I'm super interested in. Like, I would really love to see more people talking about this game, because I've had a lot of fun with it. Now let's hope we can get searching for a match to work. Every once in a while, I'll admit, it does seem to act up for me, and I have to almost reboot the game, so hopefully this isn't one of those cases. It normally only goes about a minute or two. Yeah, I was gonna say, not too bad. So, like, if you're used to PC gaming, like, that doesn't bother me at all. I'm used to queue times of that. Like, League of Legends used to take like 2 to 3 minutes for matches, so like that's not bad at all. Alright, hopefully it connects. That would just be such bad luck. Alright, so we already have a Chaos Spawn. That makes me so happy. I love that card. Alright, so we're gonna play Jinx. Zeus can buff cards. I haven't really found him to be too much of a problem typically, but he can be annoying. These two work well, but I don't have a good card to run with them, so I'm going to dump them both and just hope I get them later. One thing I've noticed is you almost always get it right back, which kind of sucks. I don't know how that seems to always happen to me. Like, the RNG makes no sense for that to be a realistic thing. It's got to be one of those things that's just like a mental thing. Like, I swear I always get it back immediately. So these Chaos Spawns, I'm going to actually save. I don't even want to use them next turn. So this is not one of the better draws I could have gotten. These are going to be my kind of like oh shit cards that I use to save myself if this guy just puts out something really good.
Another performance already. I guess they can't get enough of me.
Apollo's decent, but I mean, that's not what I'm thinking of when I say oh shit. I am, on the other hand, going to just see if we get lucky here. So, Mayhem. It's not the worst idea. Alright, so we didn't get the RNG luck I wanted. So instead of just killing him, I'm just going to keep going. I would have normally just killed him. I was just hoping we might get something. I probably should have moved right next to him and just hoped he didn't think about the fact that, you know, range characters are right here. If he shot me, obviously I would die and he'd be safe. However, if I were to move up, a lot of times people forget. And that's just kind of a little cheap, little easy trick. One thing that's nice, you can always check, you know, what people have been playing. So yeah, like I'm saying now, like if I'd moved right next to him, that probably would have been the move. Because he might have just forgotten. I'm not too worried. Like, this Apollo is going to suck to an extent, but it's not the strongest thing in the world. Alright, that card may be exactly why we have one of these Chaos Spawns. Like, no joke, that thing can cause some serious damage. Alright, so I don't want to move into Apollo's range right now, but I do kind of want to move up a little. That was not a good move. Yeah, that was a mistake. So, one thing that's cool is you can always see the exclamation marks when you move into range. So, like, right here, let me see if I can get rid of that card that keeps popping up and blocking it. Doesn't seem to want to. But obviously I am in range now. The nice thing is if he does scoot up for that, I can take him out with the Stone Guardian immediately, which would not be a bad thing at all. I was not thinking about this. For some reason I thought I was not going to be in range of him. So that's kind of a mistake on my end, but it worked out. Because I'll just take out this guy next turn, and he just let me wipe for not much. Unless he's got a 1 damage thing that's going to pop everywhere. Because that would kind of suck. Yeah, so that was not exactly my best play across the board. It's always frustrating when you're recording something and you're like, dang, I screwed up this early in the video. But I'm going to leave it in there because it's not the worst thing. Yeah, so there you go. Like, he gets to take that out because of my mistake. It's not the end of the world. We can just take that guy out immediately with Thor. And we're not going to take too much damage for it.
Down the horn. There is battle to be met.
Thor is a really useful card to have in your hand. In my opinion, he's not as useful when he's on the board. Because the thing about Thor is he can just kind of like slam in here. And if you throw him in at the right time, you might be able to get like +6 on him. And like for the cost he is, that could be really useful. But once he's down here, people can kind of plan around it a little better. And he's probably a little less likely to just put his people right next to each other. Follow. Alright, so when I was talking earlier about why we want these guys, this is kind of why. I don't want to deal with this just at all. This is just not good for me. So like I'm just dropping this and he's going bye-bye. And I think we'll be able to take him out with just him. So that lets me save a card. Like if I were to have just attacked him, I would have lost both these guys. And I just want to get rid of that now. That was not something I want to deal with. And it's still going to let me put a little bit of damage on this Summoning Stone. And one nice thing about this deck in particular is the more units I have out, the better. Because I'm about to throw down this guy. Or, you know, just put him down again. And that's going to give me some opportunities here. Ooh, I don't like that 1 additional mana card he just played. I want to see that. 1 additional mana per turn is not cool. Plus 2 random gods he just drew. Like, he's going to be throwing down some dirty stuff soon. Yeah, I don't want to do the 4 and the 3. That's not a good play this turn. I'd rather leave the 1 extra. Even though it's kind of painful to see it, you know, being left. It's not the worst idea. And one thing that's kind of interesting about this game is you actually can block spawns in a sense. So like if you want someone to not spawn in certain spots, you can get away with a little bit of that. Like I'm not going to put my archer there yet. But like I could have easily put him here and then that would force him to only use these 5 slots. That's something I've done with zombie decks, with Aposh, and I've done it a lot with Ganesha. Is you can kind of just Summoning Stone block people with Ganesha in particular, and it's kind of disgustingly dumb. Right now, I'm in a pretty happy place. Like, we've got a bunch of weak units with a chieftain down. So if these all die, who really cares? And that was a mistake on my end. I probably should have split them apart a little better. I actually did intentionally put that one there because I was thinking of that. but I just, like, I miscalculated completely, which is kind of like, it's not a good feeling. It's not the worst, though, because, you know, he's a beast now. And I'm just going to walk up. And can I end the game? I can end the game, I think. No, I'm going to be just short. I'm going to be just short, but we can get real dang close. Like, I'll have him within 1. And we're going to put this down. So, I mean, this is going to effectively end the game, in my opinion. Unless he silences that, he can't kill a unit. And this is like a ridiculously fast win. And this is one reason I like this deck. Is there's just a lot of different win conditions. Like, I've won games by using Stone Guardians and buffing them up with Hell. I've won other games with just, you know, kind of a little bit more ridiculous strategy. You just killed yourself. So like, there's just so many different ways to play this game. And that's one of the things I really like about it, is that, like, with the deck I'm using in particular, is I legitimately believe there's almost always a win condition, like, available to you. No matter who you're playing against, no matter what draw you got, you can get some bad luck, but, like, you're not normally going to have to pray to top deck a specific card. There's just a lot of synergy with all of these, and that's something that's pretty neat. And that's one thing I like about it. It's just a very strategic game. But that's going to give us another little gemstone as we work our way up. I do think I can open a pack. I'm just going to do that for the hell of it. So, obviously, you know, packs and stuff. Don't mean to redeem code. Let's just buy one of these real quick. You can buy these with in-game currency. It's pretty nice. It actually seems, you seem to get it pretty quickly from just leveling up your gods, or, you know, doing the quests. And I've been doing a little bit more of the leveling up the gods recently, just because I've been really enjoying that over there. So let's see. We got stuff I don't already have. That's pretty cool. That's solid, actually. I love that card, actually. Calamity is, like, deceptively decent. Oh, nice. We got a Bistet. I did not have one of those before. Sweet. These are not bad at all. That actually could be super useful in some situations, I feel like. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for checking this out. I just wanted to kind of do a quick rundown of the game a little bit, and at least the decks I've been using. Hey guys, Cain here with the XBLA fans, and I just want to say thank you for checking out this video. Please do like and subscribe, as well as I would honestly love to hear what decks you've been using and enjoying in the comments. So, thank you so much, and later.